Hi, my name is Jamey, and in a previous episode, I shared on why practice owners should remove themselves from the day-to-day and focus more on being the CEO, being the owner of the business versus a clinician. Today, we're going to talk about actually how do you do that? What are the steps that one takes to really lean in and truly be the CEO and the leader of their business? So let's dive right in. How you think about your business, that mindset you have, is a critical part of how the decisions you make and how the business will run. If we don't think of ourselves as truly the owner, then all of this is going to feel so uncomfortable. So number one is letting go. If you're in your business, and I know you've heard that a million times, work on the business, not in it. But if you are in the business, in the day-to-day of patient care, in the day-to-day of putting out the fires and the phones and the insurances and handling all the stuff that every business has, then what you're not doing is focusing on the other aspects of the business. The aspects like looking for opportunities, building relationships, revenue streams, looking at how to generate more referrals, how to support your team. You see, all of these things are critical in growing and expanding a business. If you're in it, you're not growing it. It's really that simple. So this idea of letting go is crucial. I'm going to give you a quick story. Working with this client, and he was knee deep in patient care, dealing with staff issues. He was coming in early, staying late, working on the weekends. He had a relatively new family, young family. And he's like, Jamey, I just want to, have some time with my family. So he started by letting go of some things so he could leave at a decent hour. But here's what happened. A couple years later, he was able to do this so well that he put the team in place and he looked at how to expand his business and ended up in the last couple of years opening up not one, but 2 additional locations. And one of the locations, because he was able to focus on it so well, he was profitable in this location in 30 days. Imagine you have the time and the bandwidth to really focus on expanding your business, if of course that's what you choose to do. That's what he did. And he's actually on pace to do $500,000 in his first year in that new location, which is the most he's ever done with a new location. So that's just, I've tons of stories, but that's just one example of what happens when you're able to let go. So what is preventing you from letting go? What is the thing that's keeping you there? That's something you have to dive deeper to ask yourself. But letting go is certainly number one. Number 2 is building a valued team. We cannot do this alone. As the African proverb once said, it's like, if you want to go fast, do it alone. If you want to go far, then do it together. We're better together. And that's one of the hardest things that sometimes that we have in our mind, this idea of, I want to do it myself. And we have to build a team around us. So who are the key people that you can identify that's in your practice that want to step up into a leadership position? If you can identify them and you're willing to let go so there's space for them to step into it, then you could put together a great team. It also allows you to know who you're looking for as far as recruiting and hiring. In order to do this, in order to create the team, we have to be willing to let go of some of the activities that we're doing. So what are, let's say, 1 or 2 activities that you are doing right now in your business that you don't particularly like to do? What is it? Is it treating? Is it dealing with some insurances? Is it purchasing the supplies of the business? These are things that, all practice owners do at one time or another. So what if you could identify 1 or 2 of them? And once you identify what they are, figure out what is the ideal outcome that you would want in this activity, and see if there's someone on your staff that could do it. For instance, maybe you're doing some social media stuff. Maybe you're in charge of doing the blog posts, the videos and stuff, and you just hate that. I get it. Not everyone likes doing that stuff. Well, in addition to utilizing AI, maybe there's someone on your team that says, hey, I really enjoy doing the social media. I'm really good at doing it. So you ask them, you say, hey, would you be open to, helping me out with this? And then you get clear. I want you to do one blog post a week, and this is how you do it. Go for it. How much time would that give you? An hour? 2 hours? How much mental bandwidth would that give you if you were able to delegate that? And the beautiful thing is you don't necessarily have to pay a ton of money to do all this stuff. In fact, I think you should utilize your team the best you can before paying money with an outside agency or support. There's another thing that helps you in moving yourself out of this day-to-day, and that's creating an organizational board. So what's an org board? An org board is really just a simple list. Grab a piece of paper, you can use a pen, put you at the top, owner, CEO, and then who are your direct reports? Who are the people that report directly to you? Now, if you're a small business, probably everyone in the company is going to report to you. But as you start to grow, you can put an office manager in place. You can put a clinical director. You can put a marketing person in place. You can put a financial person. So you start to look at where are the areas that need to be held by someone else. Because right now, your name is probably on all the different areas of the business. So looking at this organizational board and then determining what opportunities are there for your staff, because that's a key factor, right? Are there opportunities for your staff to grow? If there are, they stay. They want to be a part of this. If you're not leveling up and moving up the chain, there's nowhere for them to go. So creating an org board, looking at the areas that you're currently doing, and then asking yourself, who can take this area over? The other thing that's really critical in this is creating systems and processes. And I'm sure you're familiar with what these are, and by now I'm sure you have some of them in place. But as you continue to level up yourself into that CEO role, you want to create more clear ways of doing things. And that's really what a system or a process is. It's a clear, consistent way of doing something. So if people aren't answering the phone correctly, what is the correct way to answer the phone? What do you say? How do you onboard and intake a new client? How do you onboard and hire a new employee? What is the process of if someone cancels? What's the process if someone doesn't pay their bill, or how should they pay their bill? Like all of these questions, especially if something's done again and again and again, like everything I just mentioned, all of these should have a process. Because here's the magic with it. When you have a process, people then focus on utilizing the process to do the job. Doesn't mean they're robotic. They still have their personal touch. But then the person managing them actually manages the process, not the individual. And that's a huge distinction. Because when you start managing the process, it takes away that personal conflict. Systemizing the daily operations is huge. Creating the org chart, looking for an activity to remove from your plate, and then ultimately it's the mindset of letting go. What is keeping you inside the business? If you follow these things, you will begin to move yourself out, create a team that can handle it. Your business will grow, and it won't be more on your plate. Hope that helps. Anyways, please check out other videos that I do for practice owners to help you grow your business and get out of the day-to-day activities. And if you'd like more information around coaching and getting help, because it is harder doing it alone, then feel free to reach out to me. Happy to talk to you about how coaching may be able to help you grow and expand your business. So I'll see you again soon.